The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. You can also get reliable forecasts from the Weather Channel through this radio station or newspaper.
Now, you're local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees, under mostly cloudy skies. Here's our local Doppler radar. For tonight, late night thunderstorms, low 63, winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour, chance of rain 50%. And on Saturday, rain showers ending early with ample sunshine later in the day, high 75, winds southwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour, chance of rain 50%. And Saturday night, partly cloudy skies early, followed by increasing clouds with showers developing later at night, low 53, chance of rain 70%. Our 7-day outlook.
You're watching the Weather Channel.
The local economies and livelihoods of the people of the Gulf Coast, as well as the ecology of the region, are at stake.
An ecology and potential economic nightmare as the first wave of oil laps onto the Louisiana shore. The disaster in the Gulf takes a turn for the worse.
Meanwhile, severe weather is set to explode once again a week after a historic tornado outbreak destroyed parts of Alabama and Mississippi. The same places brace for what could be another catastrophic weekend. Up next, Dr. Greg Forbes, the exclusive Tornado Condition Index forecast that could save your life.
Welcome to our extended severe weather coverage of PM Edition. I'm Nick Walker alongside Vivian Brown.
Well, violent thunderstorms will produce hailstones, high winds, flooding, rains, and even tornadoes are possible across more than a dozen states from Minnesota all the way down to Louisiana.
And the next round of severe weather will further hinder the oil slick cleanup efforts in the Gulf Coast and turn the Kentucky Derby into a muddy mess. More on that forecast coming up.
But first, our severe weather coverage begins this hour with Dr. Greg Forbes.
And Dr. Forbes, you've been watching a strong thunderstorm in particular moving toward Branson, Missouri. We've seen strong thunderstorms in this area. Tell us what you're seeing in this particular storm.
Well, Nick, this storm is pretty characteristic of what we have been seeing today. Mostly damaging winds and hail, not too much in the way of tornadoes yet, but it looks like it could make a transition. Take a look. Here you see this storm with this backward C shape, a bow echo. There's a little bit of a shaping here, though, of one of these little kinks. So storms are about ready to try to start to rotate. This one coming right toward Branson with damaging winds, perhaps over 60 miles per hour, and half-dollar size hail. This kind of bow-shaped echo is often the case when we see very strong winds at low levels. The low-level jet today up about 5,000 feet, 70 miles per hour. But that can also be used to turn those storms into rotation. And this is an area that I've given a Torcon value of 6 today, 60% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. So I'll be up at 10 minutes after the hour. We'll talk more about that Torcon index. Vivian, Nick?
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Greg Forbes. And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on the severe weather threat as we head through the evening.
And of course, our coverage continues as we talk about our next top story, and that is the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. And earlier today, of course, we had, we talked with the press conference of Secretary of State
It was several government officials, actually, who gave the
officials,
press
yeah.
conference. And our own Julie Martin is standing by in Louisiana with more on that news conference and the concerns ongoing.